take a different tack, data. And I think we have someone on the panel today who's rarer than a well-behaved Australian swimmer at the Olympics, and that's Nic, with his ownership of some very interesting data pieces. Someone who doesn't have just pretty straightforward first-party data, but some pretty unique data coming off search intent. I think you introduced it a little bit at the start, but maybe you could just dive down a little bit and help explain what this data is, where do you get it, how do you use it, and what results have you seen from it, given that it's early days anyway?
So we started in the search space about 4 years ago. We took a different tact. We approached a group of publishers and working off our own ad centre, built a pretty strong publisher network, a search publisher network, built a sales team around in Australia, going into agencies and pitching for premium brands. The business grew really rapidly. We realised that we had access about a year ago to a hell of a lot of data, a hell of a lot of clicks within our network. We also realised that these clicks were induced through organic keyword searches. So, you know, somebody would search for tennis shoes and we'd serve up Rebel Sport or Foot Locker or Nike to them if we had them as an advertiser. So we built our systems around recording that first-party keyword data, logging the keyword, built a keyword categorization based on our search engine technology. Then after we cookied those browsers, logged the organic keyword, we started uploading those keywords into 25 top-level categories, going down to several thousand subcategories. Uploaded those into the DSP, and we're now going out selling relevant, selling media against those segments, serving that media up to relevant categories. For example, somebody typed in tennis shoes, we logged them into sporting apparel, we'd go and sell Rebel and Nike, and we'd serve up Rebel and Nike to the person that typed in tennis shoes. So it's not exactly retargeting as we know it. So we're going through a little bit of an education process in agency and in client to clients, because everybody that we talk to regarding retargeting, it's not exactly site retargeting. It's more targeted prospecting or audience targeting. People that showed keyword search intent. Very, very unique first-party data, and pretty much every advertiser out there has first-party data, but that's the data that they receive when they have visitors to their own site. We have first-party keyword search intent data, which is really unique. Can't get it anywhere else. We have a hell of a lot of keyword searches in our global network. Australia, Southeast Asia, South America, and the USA. So it sounds like the type of data, Ben, that you would be pretty interested to get your hands on. Yeah. And early signs on performance. So this is a pretty interesting proposition, right? You're talking about targeting display against search intent, which, you know, I think many people in the room so far have deployed paid keyword search targeting strategies, but no one before has really been able to do that natural search piece. No, well, I'm sure Google doesn't give that information out. They'll sell paid search data, I'm sure. Sell anything that you pay them, really. But that's a different story. Yeah.
Early signs on performance.
Well, it really, Ross, it's a question of how you sell it in. When you talk retargeting, I'm sure that the performance on usual site retargeting should logically be higher, correct? I mean, you have a visitor that's visited a client's site, they're clearly interested in the brand, they've found themselves there through either paid search or organic or social or whatnot, and then you're reserving that brand to them after they've visited the site. Well, this is audience targeting, so it actually begs the question on whether it should be sold in as performance or branding.
I'm guessing the agency generally wants to buy it on performance, but you have a challenge to sell it in as brand.
Well, there's an argument for both.
Yeah, agree.